I guess that's like any actor doing it. I guess you just have to, it's part and parcel with the job.
Yeah.
You have to be able to tap into a sadness. It's just, I think that's also like why there's a really famous quote about it saying, there was like a boy who kept getting thrown with sadness and he hated this feeling of sadness. He was like, I don't want to feel sad, I don't want to feel sad. So then he wished once upon a time, he was like, I don't want to feel sadness anymore. So then slowly he stopped feeling sadness. And then lo and behold, he stopped feeling anything at all. And I think for me, I really lock onto that sadness. Even in my day-to-day, I'm like really joyful now. I can go put California, Chapel Road in my ears and instantly cry. I don't know what it is, it's just a space in me that I love to sit in. Because I love to sit in sadness because I can't appreciate the happiness unless I sit in the sadness. It's very inside out. Often people think like the opposite of darkness is lightness, but actually darkness is just the absence of lightness. So you can always find some light in everyone. The projects we're doing now are probably impacting the right people that we need to impact. Whereas if we did like a mainstream film where we weren't actually gay or Indian at all, it was or Asian, sorry. We were just like these characters in the world, and actually that didn't impact anyone at all, or made a difference. It didn't like inspire anyone. But actually, the projects we're doing now, you're like, oh, actually, you've changed my life more doing X, Y, Z than you would have done with PMQ.
Hello everyone and welcome to Chai with Rai, a life and culture podcast diving into the mindset and business of being a creative. Hi, I'm your host Rai, and each week I bring you a guest or a fruitful message from the creative industry, all while sipping and spilling some hot chai. Now, if you haven't done so, make sure to subscribe to the podcast so you never miss an episode. If you love this podcast and are streaming this on Apple Podcasts, iHeartRadio, Spotify, or whichever platform you're streaming this on, if you could do me a kind favor and make sure to comment, share, subscribe, spread the word. It organically grows the community, connects us with listeners who haven't tuned in before, and overall, as I always say, it just shares the love. Also, if you haven't done so, you can now become a patron, aka a supporter of Chai with Rai, by signing up on Patreon for as little as £5, or as I love saying in this accent, $5.50. Each month your subscription will help support the show, but also get you exclusive behind the scene footages and extra juicy things. I will put the link for that as well as anything else mentioned in the episode in the description, so make sure to check that out. But without further ado, let's warm up our delicious cuppas. Please let me know what you're sipping on as you stream this episode, and let's dive into the part 2. This is the final part with actor and musician Kush Khanna. Box used to be a place I used to love going to.
I've only been to Box once in my entire life. And I didn't like it because, well, I loved the idea, it's just fantastic.
I used to love the fucked up shit that went in the Box.
Well, no, I love that too, but my only issue was, the last time I went, it was quite like promoter table-y energy.
It's different now.
Yeah.
It's different since they've had like, it used to be such a
messy,
good, messy space, similar to Café de Paris.
Yeah.
Do you know they used to have a bedroom area downstairs?
It's naughty. So I love it. I would love to go back. Like as I said, I just don't like when it becomes like, I've done the Mahiki days when I was a teenager.
What's the Mahiki days?
Like the Mahiki club where you'd know the promoter and you'd always like, I've done the promoter days where you wouldn't pay for anything because you'd be like young and cute. And then you'd like be around a promoter, all sharing a bottle of vodka. Yeah. And that's when I last went to Box, that's what it was like. And I was like, I thought Box was maybe this crazy rampant place just full of weirdos and lovely. I'm a weirdo, to say that in a lovely way. Yeah. But it wasn't, so I was a bit sad.
But I feel like that's what I expected Soho House to be, and it's not that.
No, it's just.
I heard stories of back in the day, and I'm really still trying to figure out what Soho House is about now.
Yeah, I think it's sort of. I think we're also at that weird age, potentially, where I now like when I go to Soho House, I'm like, oh, everyone. I don't know, maybe because I was once upon a time that person that wanted to be like fresh and look cool and sexy and look around and see who's around, who's who. Maybe we've just gone past that stage of our life, potentially.
Maybe. I just find it interesting that like sometimes I'll just be like a person on my laptop just listening to a conversation, and they'll be like, oh, I gave him £2 million, like why hasn't he done the book? And like there'll be conversations about like so many things, and you look at the power structure and you're just like, what is happening? And then you'll have like influencers editing, content creators editing videos and things like that, and you're just like, this is a very interesting industry
space.
Yeah. I'm intrigued by it.
Like, look at us doing like divulging into like the breakdown of society, or like members clubs.
What is word? Why not? I mean, there's different. Like you belong to the NED now.
Well, I'm on the committee.
Which is even higher.
No.
It's not like you're a member. I'm on the committee.
No, I got it because I'm
tour and I'm on the committee.
No, I got it because I'm like, I don't know how I'm on the committee. I don't even know how, but they're really lovely to me. So, but yeah, I think they wanted some like
go to the NED, y'all.
Go to the NED, y'all. I think it's because they wanted some like fun and free, and I was like, hey, I can be fun and free.
Director of fun for the NED.
I could, but no, I don't really do much. We just have tomorrow's our quarterly dinner actually. Have little dinners and we like just give feedback and have,
Well, for like your Q1s, Q3s, and things like that.
yeah, and we have to also bring like interesting people to join. Not to the dinner.
I really want to attend like a big schmoozy dinner of someone like that.
We don't bring them to the dinner.
I'm not saying I want to come to yours, but I say I really want to go to. You know, you hear about these Hollywood parties.
Oh, I'd love to.
I so badly want to go to like an A-lister's dinner party, not a dinner party, a civilized dinner party. Like the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills.
Yeah, like the homeless, not toothless.
No.
Toothless, not homeless.
I've worked with the homeless. I've worked with the toothless.
Exactly. You think I'm Dorit anyway. I'd love to. She's so fashionable, Dorit.
Dorit. Who is the most fashionable on Beverly Hills is the question.
Ooh, I think Dorit. Well, she used to Dorit, like, not this season, the season before, was turning looks. No. Who else? Someone recently has been turning looks.
I feel like Erica always delivers.
Erica does deliver, but I'm trying to think. Do you know Lisa sometimes?
Vanderpump.
Lisa Rinna sometimes.
Oh, Rinna.
Would turn some.
Hasn't she just turned into this like fashion conglomerate
She's
that
so,
is like?
But her daughters are like models, supermodels as well.
I know, but like she was an acclaimed actress, and she is an acclaimed actress that has now turned into this like.
Real Housewives.
But no, she's no longer on there.
Well, she's gone off now. No, I basically got.
When did you stop? She's been off it for like years.
Not years, only 1 year.
I'd say like 2 years.
Only 1 year, really? I know, but I haven't seen the latest. I haven't seen the latest season because my Hey You got deleted, and I was like, oh, do I want to spend more money on Hey You? Because
it's like $7.99.
I know, but it all adds up. Hey You, Disney Plus.
Yes, don't you just hate that about Prime sometimes? Like the great thing about Netflix is you're paying for what you're getting.
I know what I'm getting with Netflix.
Like even Disney Plus, you like.
Yeah.
They are add-ons. I don't want add-ons.
You're giving me everything.
Just give me a streaming service that does everything.
I know. Maybe we need to invent it.
No.
I think you can do that. I think that's your next. That's your next.
Isn't that satellite, basically, for like...
Yeah. Well, my family call it the dodgy box.
You have one too?
I'm not confirming or denying. I don't personally have a dodgy box.
You know people that
but I know people who have dodgy boxes.
Yes. I've seen those
dodgy
dodgy
illegal,
boxes.
Apparently, it's illegal.
There's like 2,000 channels on there, and it's just too many options.
I know, but my TV isn't even a smart TV, so I'm not even one of those dodgy
But
boxes.
I like the ones that like. My favorite thing is to watch QVC and teleshopping channels and watch it in different languages.
Fun.
That is the best thing.
That means you've got too much time on hands.
No, it means I'm bored and I need something to switch off to.
You need to watch Sprint on Netflix. It's incredible.
What is Sprint?
So it's just sorry, we're so digressing here. It's this program. It's like they're following the like top runners in the world. Like we're talking
top brothers.
Runners.
The
female and male.
Which you do apparently really good at. You're a great runner, according to my research.
I was, but my knees really hurt now. It was 100 meter and 200 meter, male and female. They're like the top in the world. They're like competing for like the Olympics. So like following these people and in their, I guess, quest to be the fastest in the world. It's fantastic.
Yeah, but runners have like 0% body fat. That in itself scares me.
But these are like sprinters. They're not long distance runners. These are
they're
sprinters.
not? Okay,
These are
great.
100 and 200 meters.
Okay, great. You need to watch this documentary because I don't know if you like documentaries.
I love documentaries.
There's this documentary on Netflix. I can't remember the name, but it's basically about people who chase hurricanes. Not hurricanes.
Tornadoes.
Tornadoes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So this reminds me of a story. What's it about? Sorry, just remind me of a story. My friend yesterday was like, I'm really craving a Twister. And I was, the ice cream. Yeah. The ice cream. Yes. I just think, oh wow, 2 Twisters in 2 days. Fun.
But that means you need to have one.
I might have one later, actually.
Yeah, have a Twister.
Yeah.
It's a cute one.
It's a weather.
We love it. Is that you don't like a Calypso or Cornetto?
No, but I did the Cornetto advert a few years ago.
Did you?
Yeah, it was a really fun campaign. It was called Two Sides. And me and the girl, we filmed... I did a music video on that too. God, I love it. They followed 2 sides of view of me asking this girl to love me. I did it with a cornetto. But you can click which perspective you see it in. So we filmed everything. One where I was the camera, and one where she was the camera.
Oh, got it.
Really, it was a really intelligent campaign. And then what we did is, as part of the second part of the campaign, they had a ginormous cornetto set up, like a big experience thing.
Got it.
So they'd watch the first half of the advert on the television, and the screen would break down,
Yeah.
and they'd walk through the screen, and then we'd be finishing the thing in live in person.
Oh, that's cute.
Really lovely idea.
Yeah. I like great marketing campaigns.
Yeah, it was interesting.
Yeah, especially if they're viral. Do you remember the eyebrow Cadbury?
Oh yeah, they still do. I remember I had a casting for that once, like years after, being like, "Can you do the eyebrows?"
Can I just say, when I was again researching on it, I was like, we have crossed paths.
When?
I feel like we've passed we've crossed paths in commercial casting.
Oh yeah, definitely.
I
Probably.
really feel like we have. And then we also had lots of people in common.
Who we haven't
Well,
common?
Nicola in common.
Yeah.
Nicola who doesn't remember me every fucking time.
Nicola Mack.
Yeah, every fucking time I've turned into her, she's like, hey! And I'm like, hey. And
I'll have a word with her about this later.
yeah, she's always like, she doesn't know who I am.
Oh no.
Pretends. Last time we ran into each other, she's like, hey.
God, I'm gonna have to have a word with her. She would hate that so much.
It's okay.
Because she's not like that at all. She like really like.
No, I know. And I've gone out with her. I think we went out to Freedom, actually.
Really?
Me, her and Tiffany.
I think sometimes she gets quite anxious when meeting new people, so maybe she like goes into overdrive.
But we met a lot of times. So firstly, Nicola,
Yeah,
then
I'm so
Nicholas.
confused. All any other Nicks?
Yeah, all the Nicks. But then who was it? Simone Ashley, who you worked with as well.
Yeah.
Who I've not kind of indirectly worked with, but like I've done stuff.
I don't think Simone knows who I am anymore.
Yeah.
She's a superstar.
And I was like, there's so many people that like, and I'm sure we have crossed paths in commercial casting.
We must have done. We're exactly the same casting.
Are we?
Yeah, we look quite similar.
I was going to say more of a stud.
What?
More of like a stud.
I am not a stud. Have you seen? I'm like absolutely scrawny little thing.
I don't think so.
I think maybe in pictures I look more stellar, but I'm not at all.
Okay.
I'm like, look at my wrists. Got the same wrists, see?
Alright. Maybe we could play brothers.
We could be really good brothers.
And someone cast us. And then also like, I knew Nick who did...
Boogieman?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No.
Another Nick?
Temple.
Oh, another Nick!
Yeah, another Nick.
Oh my god.
Yeah, I remember I took him out for afternoon tea.
Yeah.
Which is my favourite afternoon tea place.
Where'd you go?
The Beaumont.
Okay, someone's fancy.
No, it's not. It's a hotel next to Danceworks on Bond Street. But it's not made for an afternoon tea experience, but I just love that place for afternoon tea.
Quite chic.
Every time I really want to feel bougie, I go for an afternoon tea.
I quite like that.
Every time I want to feel rich.
Me and my friend James Fleury went for an afternoon tea once. It was really fun.
Great.
Yeah, it's really fun. Yeah.
I love an afternoon tea. So that person. But yeah, we have, and then Kush and Niraj, who I've worked with as
I know
well.
that. God, they're so lovely.
Yeah. So,
yeah, God, we've got a lot of... They're all crossovers within the same industry, though.
Yeah.
I'm intrigued. Are there any crossovers from non-industry? Have we ever had boy crossover?
No, but we have crossed over. We've never done anything, but we have crossed over. And I think I said this to you when we ran into Frankie.
Wait, isn't that two of us?
Yeah.
Wait, we did stuff.
No, we haven't done stuff, but we have crossed over.
As in a person?
No.
I'm confused. Wait, when did this happen?
Don't you worry about it.
No, I want to know now. Break it down.
We haven't done anything together.
Okay.
But we have crossed. Get there quicker. I remember specifically this because shall I tell you why?
So I'm doing some
Shall I tell you why I remember this specifically today? So I have these things. There's an era of my life which is like blacked out because I was high on drugs and I would just like I was fucking around like crazy. And it wasn't until I came across the first picture on your Instagram, or it's maybe the second picture, in which you have no beard and you're wearing a brown jacket and you're sitting down, and I was like...
yeah, well, back in the day when I was on Grindr, that was my favourite photo.
I was like, where the fuck have I seen him? Where the fuck have I seen him?
What's a Grindr?
It was... I don't know if it was on Grindr or Tinder, but I remember there was this specific day...
That's my favourite photo of
where
all time.
I was... I think it's in Streatham.
Yeah, I lived...
Where there was a... You know the bus garage?
Yeah, yeah.
I was coming home, so I used to do night shifts at an e-commerce company that was based in Australia.
You've done so many jobs yourself.
And I was coming home and I needed to get laid or I needed to hook up with something. And I opened up my app and I was like, I didn't come across a lot of brown people at that point. And I ended up hooking up with this guy who had a massive foot fetish. And I have stories about the foot experience because I was just like...
And he lived near Croydon or Streatham?
Streatham.
Interesting. Okay.
And I was like, I came across this person somehow, and and I remember I was like, oh, I should have hooked up with him instead.
Interesting. I'm trying to work. I think I know who that person is potentially.
Because there's only one person who's into foot stuff in
No,
Streatham.
but were they brown?
They were white.
Oh.
They were white and they were younger than me.
And
I always say this: the people who have the randomest like sexual wants and desires are always the ones that are like the most standardly deemed in the gay world or like to the commercial world, like the most appealing. And I'm just like, I don't understand why you're into like some of the most weird, not weird because everybody like...
I love fetishes, I love kink, I'm huge for it.
And explore what you want. But I'm sometimes almost like, I've done so many of them that I'm just like, sometimes beige.
No, I need a little spot. I need a little sprinkle or something.
Oh, do you?
Yeah, I can't.
Fascinating.
Yeah, no, I'm big in the kink fetish world. I love it.
Oh, fascinating. Because
Yeah,
according
yeah,
to your last episode of Gamerhood, you were just a side and you were done with it.
Yeah, but side isn't. Side's got just no anal. Everything else is great. Side is purely penetration. Although I'm kind of now easing into like actually with the right person, I could
Which
start
was
testing.
your last message as well.
Yes, once
To
again.
the broadcasting community.
Hello, I'm back again. But you know, a kink and fetish you can do. I think that's what is so healthy about when you're aside sometimes.
Yes.
Then you really explore.
Yeah, but I need to explore the finish and line of it. I can't just explore like the role-playing aspect of it or the act of it.
Because you'll come.
Yeah, but I feel like some people don't want to do that. Some people want to like just experience
The
act of it, which is what I'm saying. Like sometimes that in it alone has been very interesting. But anyway,
Interesting.
that's how I remembered you. I was like, fucking hell, like that
God,
guy.
Grindr. Back in the day, I've not been on Grindr for like 4 months now. Thank you very much.
Going through a cleanse.
Thank you very much.
Just
I
all of
don't
it.
think it's very healthy to be like, for me personally. Everyone else has got their own relationship with Grindr, but for me, I just
This is a PSA.
PSA. I just didn't handle it. I was used to like sit on my phone just scrolling, and I was like, this is so bad for me. So like, I had to delete the app. Just not.
So now you're on Instagram doing that.
Yeah. Now I'm
Yeah.
like, send me dick pics. I'm like, joking. I'm joking.
That's the title of the episode.
No.
Send me dick pics.
Please do not. I do not want them.
Send me dick pics.
I do not want them.
I also think, being on Grindr, there is no beautiful angle that makes a dick palatable.
I don't think naked bodies are that sexy.
That's why I find Naked Attraction, the show, so fascinating.
That could be the quote. I just don't find naked bodies are sexy.
No, because it's too long. Send
I
me
don't
dick pics is like, you know.
Naked bodies don't do it for me. How
No,
about
that can't be the soundbite or the title. It just can't be. It's not going to happen.
More's coming.
Also, this is going to be a two-parted episode, just to let you know.
More is coming.
More is coming. No, you can't force it. It has to be natural. It has to be natural. So do send natural dick pics.
Please do not.
In natural sunlight.
No.
To Kush. I will link the
No.
Instagram channel.
If you send me
And
I'm
TikTok.
going to.
I might take Kush's phone one day.
No, I'm not even going to double like them. I'm not even going to double tap.
Not even double tap.
Stay
Not even
away.
Double tap? You
I
don't
would-
check your other folder?
I do.
Okay.
But yeah, no, please do not send me dick pics. I'm just letting you all know.
What would you like instead? House pics?
Send me some inspirational quotes.
With the dick pic?
No, dick
No,
pic.
wait. We found it. Send you an inspirational quote on a dick.
I don't want to see any
With a
dick.
Sharpie pen.
No, so that's what I'm big. I hate that. People drawing on themselves
What?
gives me the ick. If you draw on me, I instantly get really angry at you.
What about like, you remember in school, like took
I
out a
love
ball
this, feel
pen,
sick. I
like a
hate
big
it.
pen and just
I
like
think
drew...
it feels dirty.
Why?
Because it reminded me of those kids that didn't shower. I don't know why. That's what I associate with people that don't shower. And I'm like, whoa! I need to take 2 showers a day.
Do you?
At least one a day. But if I go to the gym every day, then
Yeah,
I do.
that's
But
understandable.
like one, I can't leave the house without showering.
Cold shower, hot showers.
Oh, hot is hot.
Hot.
Me and cold showers don't work.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
I
yeah.
love a cold shower.
I bet you do.
I fucking love a cold shower every morning.
Really?
Every morning. Love a cold plunge pool.
I like come off just because I like to prove people wrong.
Has Barry's got a cold
No,
situation?
they haven't got anything.
Oh.
I know I really want it, but they don't have it.
Oh. What do you guys have? Do you just have
Just a nice gym. Nice,
nice tip?
Just like nice
Do you
gym
guys do eucalyptus scented or like
No.
lavender infused? Because like
No.
some of your competitors.
We
do
don't have to like rely on, you know, like.
Go on, give us a good quote.
We don't have to rely on those silly
Gimmicks.
editions, gimmicks. We're just we're the best workout in the world,
That is true. Barry's is a global household name.
and we are literally quote unquote the best workout in the world.
Because there's only, I'd say, maybe less than 5 boutique companies that have transferred also over to the UAE. And if you've gone over to the UAE and your business is booming,
Yeah.
and also you've survived COVID,
I know that was the hard part. Surviving COVID was the hard part.
but I remember there were sales outside a lot of like spin studios, workout studios that were just like, come take the equipment, work out from home.
We did
on
sell our
demand.
treadmills. We sold our treadmills during.
Oh,
COVID.
did you?
Like old ones, we sold them all.
Yeah.
The expensive treadmills, they're like £10,000 a treadmill.
Wait, the curved ones you mean?
No,
or
they're
the
just
standard?
standard.
Oh.
The Woodways, they're £10,000.
But you guys have the curved ones as
No,
well.
we don't have curved ones.
I feel like you did.
Nope.
Am I confusing it with another brand?
I think you're confusing it with another brand. Okay.
Maybe.
Another gym.
You do have the orange lights, don't you?
Red. Oh, the burnt red, the burnt orange.
The burnt red, the red room.
The red. You know more about Barry's than you make out to. Do you
I have been to Barry's.
Do you wanna be a trainer?
Huh?
want to be a trainer at Barry's?
At Barry's, no, because I would not do well.
I think you would do well.
I would shout at people.
Well, that's what they like. Actually, no, I feel like I feel like people can't handle the shouting anymore. We're getting more and more complaints.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's just, I feel in the world, like, even if you look at someone a bit odd, they're like, you made me feel, and I was like, it's really hard, like, in the boutique industry especially, I think, to maintain, like, this incredible, like, pace and also, like, I don't know, there's, like, coolness, there's an edge to it where you, like, tell me what to do.
Yeah.
But there's a really fine line, like, tell me what to do, but don't make me feel like a piece of shit.
I think that's more of a socio...
Economic.
Not economic. I was going to say like a social, cultural, political space that we're at.
You just said 3 random words and stuck them together.
No, but they are. It's a social construct that we're
yeah.
in today, the space that we're in, the culture in which we live in, and political, because like there's a lot of...
Yeah, I hear you.
So I think like those are the 3 reasons of where we're at today. But it's interesting because, you know, we were talking about our love for SNL. They did a Peloton parody where the instructors being like really motivating and the people at home are losing interest. So then they get in people to like cuss them out and that motivates them. It's
like, what's that really funny t-shirt saying, don't bully me, I'll come?
Yeah.
Yeah, I've seen that round.
Do you guys do quotes?
I mean, we've got our things. Yeah.
We got... Come to Barry's.
You can, it's up to you.
If you want to.
If you want to.
We're not a forcible...
Also, I'm not Barry's.
You are the face of it.
I wish, sometimes.
It's Kush's.
I do. I've been there 11 years. So.
And you guys have also collaborated, Dirty Kid and Barry's, on a bag.
I know, that was so nice, actually. That's very nice of them.
They didn't have to say yes.
Actually, you know who said yes? America said yes first.
So
actually, no, I lie. Actually, no, UK said first. UK did say, I'm talking rubbish. UK did say first.
The company said yes.
Yeah, they do. No, they're great.
And they're US, as a result of UK, said yes. So
they're amazing. They're very supportive as a brand.
Yeah.
For me, so. Yeah.
They sound like... Do you know one thing that I find, which is one of the points since we're talking about fitness, and one of the reasons why I left the boutique fitness industry was, I think the HIIT mentality of interval training is not really designed for me, like being in it for like over 8 years, to like there's an adrenaline rush from it from an experiential perspective.
Yeah.
But if you're there to learn technique and if you're there to better yourself, it's not really that.
It's harder when you've got like 60 people in a class.
And I so agree with that. Yeah. I think it's not designed for that. And people thinking that they just going to Barry's alone and not working on nutrition or not working on other things will get them the results. And it's also not a fast-paced, you know, like I'm sure you've talked about this, like when people miss their class, they base their life around these experiences.
1000%.
And the offshoot of that is like a lot of pressures on these brands to be like the saving grace for people's mental health or like their physical health. And it's not that.
Yeah.
It's a space to come out and maybe be an outlet and feel good and things like that. That's what like entertainers do as well. And I think there's a massive change in how those boutique fitness studios have had performers come in and do their level 2 fitness courses and just become, not naming names, F45.
I wasn't saying anything.
Maybe I'll edit this out.
Yeah.
But they've just had trainers come in who teach like a regimented program and don't work on anything else. And then the third thing is diversity is a massive thing.
Oh my gosh,
I think Barry's has done a brilliant job.
We've got a bit more of a diverse.
But I think it's a brilliant job. Like I fail to understand why the boutique fitness industry doesn't do well in the diversity. Like I still don't understand, for a lack of a better word, why yoga has 20 white instructors.
But then you've also got to look at our culture and what we promote within our culture. And like I'm a big believer, and I totally agree with you. Yes, there's not enough diversity. But then if there's only one person if there's 10,000 people in the fitness era, and only 2 of them are Indian or Pakistani or whatever, East Asian, but they're really bad. There's only 2 of them. I'm not going to pick them because they're really bad. But I think also culturally, we're not taught to go in that industry. Obviously now it's slowly changing, but also it's quite a privileged space to be. I know, like, to be a Barry's instructor, you have to, at first.
You have to go through, you have to earn it.
No, but you have to, like, give up their job to, like, cover classes. So you have to come from a level of, like, some form of generational wealth to quit everything to become a trainer, shall we say. So then that's already, like, cut out some people. And then, obviously, like, I can only speak from my Indian culture. Very rarely do someone go, do you want to be a fitness trainer? We don't have those conversations in India. I've never ever been in a room full of Indian people and anyone being like, I'd like to be an instructor. But I do know now I know like Indian instructors are coming out and they're being brilliant. Like, but it's just not really conversations we have culturally. And like,
But I think it's not, I'm not just depicting like South Asian culture. I'm depicting, like you said, this wonderful thing, which is like, if you look across the room and if you have 10 of the same thing, it's kind of about like championing for the 10 more people that you want to recruit into your company to be of other things, because it is about equal playground. And yes, you wanna make sure that the person is right for the job, but also like you want to make sure that the world that you're living in reflects in the space that you're being. And I sometimes feel like that's a cop out. Like, yes, if the two people that you have
I agree.
No, I so agree. And I think this is the conversation that I think sometimes boutique fitness studios are just like,
because
they also need to survive. They also need to stay, like, they are, like, you are competing with like the conglomerates that are like the gym group in a way. Which is like,
I'm on the advert for the gym group.
Huh?
I'm on the advert for the gym group.
And that's which is fine, but like that's at £15 a month. But in this economic state that we're in, versus like paying, I don't know, £25 for a class, or like £300 a month for, or like you're then on the top tier of like the third spaces or the equinoxes. So like I so get the pressure that every single person is in, plus making it edgy and cool and sexy. So I completely get it, but
I'm actually probably the biggest advocate for diversity and inclusion at Barry's. If anyone, I'm the big champion. I'm constantly questioning.
You are the face of it.
You keep saying that, you silly cow. But I'm very much, I push diversity and inclusion on a daily basis. Like I will be that guy that questions everything, every decision. I'll be like, okay, well, why are we doing this? Even for Pride, I remember, luckily we did some really incredible incentives to Pride this time. Thank you.
The face of Mary's.
But at first, like, it really annoys me. And actually, I call a lot of trainers out sometimes. They're like, let's just throw a really fun class. And I was like, what's that got to do with Pride? But it's just fun. Let's have a little party class. I'm like, what has that got to do with Pride? What are you donating any money? What are you trying to achieve? Are you spreading any awareness? What is this fun class where you strip down to your pants? What does that really bring to the community? And they don't have an answer. But I'm like, of course, these really fun moments are so important. As long as you surround them by education, by awareness, blah, 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 then you splash the bits of fun. I think that's when it's really important.
It needs to have a weight to it. It needs to have a meaning to it. It needs to have a substance to it. And I think sometimes that's an afterthought.
Always.
Of the product.
Yeah.
Because the product is the thing that, as a survival, needs to happen. Because if you don't also act on it, then you are cancelled. Or you are in rejection of it as a consequence of it. So yeah.
That's definitely, yes. Agreed. Right, enough about Barry's.
Okay, cool. So since we're talking about that, I'm interested to know, because I know the concept of like you put your dirty shit in a bag.
My dirty kit?
Yeah. So how did dirty kit come to be?
So I didn't actually start the company. These two guys are amazing.
How dare you be the face of it as well again?
I'm not the face.
So you're just basically the face of a lot of companies without actually doing the work.
I'm not the face. They approached Barry's and they had this product. Version 1. I just instantly took a loving to them. They're just brilliant, just great boys, and also love the product. It's rPET, so it's from recycled plastics, so it's really good for the environment. It's antibacterial, so like coming out of COVID, it kills like 99% of the microbe buildup within your bag, which is so important for like new mothers, etc. But the owner basically almost died from bacterial meningitis, which is what spurred him to create this product. I got it into Barry's UK first, and then that started the spiral. And then they'll let me say this, but they're like two straight boys, and they're like, the branding was very much like boys, branding, bag. I was like, you need to add some flair to this, boys. Let's premiumify it. And they're like, Kush, we really want to get you on board. So then they brought me on board, and then within the first like 2 weeks, I did photo shoots. I was like, looked at the website, looked at the Instagram, looked at everything. I was like, who are we marketing at? Let's play it. And then they basically brought me in as one of the owners as well. So they're like, Kush, just you're part of us. So they made me feel really welcome. And I was like, this is how businesses should do it when you bring people in. And then now we do it together. And it was just the three of us. And yeah, very much we talk about work together to have the strategy, where we want to take it, the plans for it. So now we're just now building it together, and it's really, I think it's also a really good thing for the environment. It's so funny because a lot of people actually had not an argument, like a heated debate with a client who's like, oh, I'm so sad that you got rid of the plastic bags. I was like, just buy one of the reusable ones. And she was like, oh, I just can't. And she was like, I'm gonna just use it. What did she say? She was like, I just don't see the point.
My towel.
I just don't see the point. And I was like, that's like me saying, what is the point in us living? We're all going to die anyway.
Yeah.
Like, it's the same concept. Like, why would I? Oh, no, it's not as deep. It was more profound. It sounded really beautiful at the time, but I can't, my brain's not functioning.
You got this.
I haven't had dinner, so my brain's.
You got this.
The things I'm going to say are going to be less profound.
You know, I was going to get you sweet treats, but I didn't know because a lot of people that like.
I haven't had any dinner today. I've had lunch. Just
okay.
Dinner. The Barry's class. But yeah, basically my point was like, you have to be that incremental change. Yes, you have a change in your bag is not going to do much to the world to you, but you times 20 million. Oh my God, you're making a big impact now.
Yeah.
I think sometimes people forget that. Yeah, that's my TED talk for you.
Is there an expansion of it that you see? Because I see certain things.
What do you see? I've got plans in my head. I'd like to get in schools and festivals are my things. I want it to be like in school uniform, like every time they have a PE kit, it's branded. That's really hard. If anyone can get me into the schools, let me know.
Do you want to sell it?
Well, you know, like every year in your U group has to buy uniform.
Yes.
So then it'd be part of their like little PE kit, and they'd put their PE kit in the bag.
Got it. If you start with like the football teams, and if you start
already trying, darling.
What the like Chelsea FIFA. And all that things, Twickenham and things like that.
Yeah.
You started with the local ones?
Not the local ones, because also they have to buy it, the local ones.
Okay.
Do you know what I mean? They're going to buy like, what, 20?
Go to Beckham.
I'm trying. I'm slowly infiltrating FIFA.
I mean, you could also use your dance background to go into the dance schools. Because like there's a massive ballet.
Oh my God, yeah, ballet. I never thought about ballet.
And like jazz community. And I understand that goes into a different pocket, but it's still within the same realm.
Sylvia Young, I'm coming for you.
Yeah. So is she still around?
I don't know if she's around, but the school is.
Yeah.
Maybe I'll do like a Sylvia. Oh, that's such a good point actually. Like drama schools. It's just I need to like knock on those doors a bit harder. I think. Yeah. You are right. And yeah, I need to knock on those doors. You're very right.
But I feel like there's more in there.
Yeah.
There's like wet kits maybe for bikes.
Well, yeah.
For when it rains, for motorbikes, for cars.
Yeah. The thing is, these are all great.
But it's the actualization of it.
You have to get those bags made, but you can't get them made until someone orders.
Sure.
So there's like it's like the cycle of life.
Don't worry. That's the hurdle that I came across, like selling T-shirts as well.
Yeah, it's like
bundles.
Acting is reacting. And that is the title. That's the title. Acting is reacting.
No, sorry. Send me dick pics instead.
No. Why have I said that?
Whoever said that is not me.
It's not me.
It's not me.
This is my American accent. This is not me. I did not consent to this podcast.
And consent is everything. Acting.
Consent me dick pics. That's what it is.
Consent me dick pics.
Yeah, that's the title.
All right.
Because not sending me, it's consent about these sending.
All right. I like that.
I quite like that.
I like that as well.
Oh my God,
but this is going to be a two-parted one. So maybe the first part
is send me dick pics. Second part is consent me dick pics.
Consent me dick pics.
Yeah.
Or whatever. You know what? I'm sure there'll be other soundbites.
And third one's return the dick pics.
But you're going to be the first guest then if that gets to 3 parts.
Wait, what time is it?
It's 8 o'clock.
Oh my God. Okay, let's chat.
Honey bunches. Acting is going to be the last thing. Have you not seen The Lime Green, by the way?
No, I have seen the film. Of course I watched it. I watched it at the BFI when they filmed it. Showed it at the BFI, sorry.
Yeah.
That was a really lovely moment, actually. I never thought, because I hate watching myself act. I hate it with all my passion. Because I don't really think I'm a very good actor, so I watch him like, oh God. But it was really nice, actually. I felt like it got a really lovely reception. I loved the edit of it. I think Kush has done a really good job with it. Because often when I watch things I do, I'm like, oh, I don't like the edit.
Yeah.
Or I think sometimes I just don't. But I really liked it, so...
Okay. Well, I am in...
What did you think of it? Actually, no, that's really good.
No, it's okay.
Did you hate it?
I didn't hate it.
What did you hate about it?
What do I think about it? I think it's shot beautifully.
Okay, I see what you're doing here.
No, wait. Let me... I think it's shot beautifully. I think the music is great. I think the story is not hitting me.
Yeah, I feel that.
It's a very surface... And I think there's a lot of LGBTQIA plus films that go, like in Flair and things like that, that just don't hit the bone. And I don't know why sometimes they don't hit the bone. Like, for some weird reason. And I felt like, I don't know, maybe it's because they don't want to pull on the trauma too much, or they don't want to dive too much deep into it. But even certain things like the child walking in, the makeup is very subdued.
Yeah.
And like the dialogue, a lot of it is a lot of the times limiting within, and I get it, that's also like the format of short films. You can't really dive, it's like meant to be a fragment.
Well, the film was meant to be half an hour, but we cut it down to 15 minutes.
And I so can understand that. Because for BFI as well, you can only do 15, 20 minutes.
Yeah, which is
max.
wild, isn't it?
And I so get it, that's a lot of film festivals. I just think it could have just dived into, I wanted more.
That's good. No, at least left you wanting more.
Yeah, and it left me feeling like a story that is cute, but it's not representing the story. It's not doing a service to the story of what it's trying to tell.
I feel you.
And it's not to do with the dialogue. It's just the format that it's in, if that makes sense.
I'm just going to cry. I'm so sorry.
So yeah, that's what but as Boogieman, I thought it was going to be a piece of shit. I'm sorry.
No,
but it left me with a very warm feeling.
Really?
Yeah.
Interesting.
I think it's a periodic of a time.
Because I think that was like I see it as more of a really fun film. Like I don't see that as.
But it left me as a warm. Like I'm not saying like like it just left me with a warm feeling.
Oh, that's nice. Okay, I like that. Okay.
And I think there's things in there that are like really, and it's a big budget film as well.
It's not.
It comes across as a very big budget film.
Well, no, it wasn't big budget at all.
Because the amount of extras and production value that goes into it.
Oh, interesting. Yeah.
And your EPs that were in it, they've gone on to do some wonderful stuff.
Oh, yeah, I feel like that's why I know I'm a terrible actor.
Why?
Because everyone in that film has gone on to do humongous things.
But why would you?
Because I was like, maybe I'm just the bad one.
But I think that's really interesting because I've had actors on here who have done like really big things as the first thing of their career, and now they're doing the short films. And they're like, it's really interesting because sometimes actors are meant to do like theatre and then film and then go on to big feature films. Whereas they started their career with like big stuff, and now they're doing much more quantifiable and kind of like things that are much more connected to the stories they want to tell and they want to be in. Yeah, so I personally feel like you're doing that.
It wasn't a choice. I'd do another feature.
No, but what I'm saying is like you're doing stories that.
Yeah, I'm loving the stuff I'm doing. I love the stuff I do.
Whereas opposed to sometimes when you're in that loop of doing features, you might end up doing, like you might have production deals with the companies such as like MGM or Warner Brothers and things like that, and you just have to do films to get out of that deal because they might put you on a 3-movie deal.
Woe is me, a 3-movie deal, so it's
You never know.
But yeah, everyone in that film has actually gone into massive things.
But I feel like you've done good things as well. And also you have...
That's not woe is me. I'm really, really thankful, by the way. I'm really grateful.
No, I know. I get what you mean.
It's just really interesting because you do second guess yourself. You're like, oh, damn, what could I have done differently to like...
But why would you second guess... But I think that's also like tuning into the space that you're in right now, like, which is you wouldn't... Like, I don't know. I've recently started doing this and this might be an offload.
So this is your fault I'm doing this.
No, I'm sorry. I apologize. Sorry. But what I was going to say is like, I don't know if you've started practicing this, and I apologize if this is like becoming like one of those things, an inward outward thing, reflection, which is I think the other things in life we need to give it the same value and quantity as we do certain times when we're asking that question. So like you wouldn't have the reflection of the sparks that you want in your friendship had you been doing back-to-back features and running in the loop of the industry. You wouldn't be a part of, like, let's say, Dirty, you wouldn't still be part of the people's lives that you're impacting or connecting with in what you're doing. You wouldn't have the memories. You just wouldn't have those things, those lived experiences.
Yeah, actually, I hear what you're saying.
Like the solo moments, whatever it is that gives you the substance to be, or the life to be who you are today. Yeah. Had you been doing the big things straight after that.
Actually, yeah, very true, actually.
So shouldn't those things also get the same quantity as that? Because those people in those places might not have that.
It's weird because I actually don't think about those people in those places unless I look into it. Like, I'm really content. I love what I do. Like, as I said, like doing Lime Green, doing Big Man, I felt so much joy doing them. I loved the teams I worked with. Like, honestly, there's nothing better for me than being on set wherever I am. And like, I love it. And I don't actually think about me not maybe right. I'm not saying what is right or what is. Once I'm going to talk about success, I don't even think about that because I love the sparks of joy that I have currently in my life. But it's only when I then talk about it, like when I talk about those post-projects, pre-projects, I go, oh, that's when I then think, oh, actually, why didn't I get that Netflix show? Like, I don't know. But then also, you could get that Netflix show, you're correct, and then do nothing afterwards, or then feel like, oh my God, I've missed all my friends' birthdays. I've not been there for anyone for the last 2 years.
Yeah.
So I hear what you're saying. I just don't know. I don't know what the right feel. I don't know what is to feel about it.
I think you have something else to offer. I think that's what it is. I think from a business perspective, like we were talking before, how you said we're both in the same casting bracket.
Yeah.
I think our stories in the capacity of maybe where we would feel fulfilled in it.
Yeah.
Like, for example, I was listening to Kim Cattrall.
Yeah.
And she was talking about Sex and the City. And she was like, women of her age would not have been sexualized or brave in the way that role was. And that is such a profound role for her in her trajectory as an artist, as an actor.
Yeah.
And yes, she's done brilliant theatre after, but that was such a great time. And that really changed the narrative for her. And I sometimes think about using that as an example, that maybe the projects that we are meant to do either are meant to be told by us, or we're meant to be at a point where it will be that time for us.
Yeah, true. And actually, I agree with what you're saying in the sense of the projects we're doing now are probably impacting the right people that we need to impact. Whereas if we did like a mainstream film where we weren't actually gay or Indian at all, it was or Asian, sorry. We were just like these characters in the world, and actually that didn't impact anyone at all or made a difference. It didn't like inspire anyone. But actually, the projects we're doing now is like, oh, actually, you've changed my life more doing X, Y, Z than you would have done with PMQ.
Yeah. I also think like identity is a massive part of the industry right now.
Yeah.
Like when we talk about strategy and when we talk about like the business of the industry, would we also just always want to be looked for brown roles and gay roles and quirky roles and music roles and things like that? Would we not sometimes just want to play a role which just feels like the creative in us? I
often like when I get seen for things that are just a role, I get so excited. I'm like, oh my God, I can just be anything. I could be anyone. But they're far and few between, aren't they?
I get that. Yeah. I'm really intrigued to know which, like with the Lime Green project as well as doing Boogieman, those are
very different.
Very different.
Yeah.
And obviously you've done Temple in between, and you've done Jamie before.
Yeah.
And you've worked with Rifka and Lela. What I'm really intrigued to know is the 3 projects recently that I named within film. Those have like an emotional pull to them, and in terms of just scale and being on set, like those were also times apart. How do you go about handling that space? Like, how do you preset yourself to be on the job and to get into that headspace as well?
I guess that's like any actor doing it. I guess you just have to, it's part and parcel with the job.
Yeah.
You have to be able to tap into a sadness. It's just, I think that's also like why what's a really famous quote about it, saying there was like a boy who kept getting thrown with sadness, and he hated this feeling of sadness. He was like, I don't want to feel sad, I don't want to feel sad. So then he wished once upon a time, he was like, I don't want to feel sadness anymore. So then slowly he stopped feeling sadness, and then lo and behold, he stopped feeling anything at all. And I think for me, I really lock onto that sadness. Even in my day-to-day, I'm like really joyful now. I can go put California, Chapel Road in my ears and instantly cry. I don't know what it is. It's just a space in me that I love to sit in, because I love to sit in sadness, because I can't appreciate the happiness unless I sit in the sadness. It's very Inside Out. I haven't seen Inside Out 2 yet.
Neither have I. Minty's not in it.
Oh, she's not?
No.
Oh, why?
Tell you later.
Oh, God, put me in a coat. But yeah, I think that just is, I guess it's innately in me to feel a bit sad. I don't know why. I also think, because I have been single most of my life, nearly all of my life, it's a really big part of me that feels like, oh, will I ever be loved? Will anyone ever love me? And that's my trigger. That's my big trigger of like, oh my God, I'm so alone. I'm not alone. I've got the most incredible friends in my life. I love my friends. But there's still something in me goes, oh, but I'm still so alone. And that's my trigger when I think about it in those spaces.
Do you find fulfillment within your craft then?
It depends. It depends on what craft. Like, I guess I feel fulfillment in like for Lime Green Shit, I wrote that song. I felt fulfilled performing that.
Yeah.
And the audience, I felt so fulfilled. But then, yeah, I guess I do in that sense, that space. I don't really think like when you talk about like barriers or anything, I'm like with marketing world, I don't suddenly go,
Yeah.
oh my god, I feel so fulfilled.
But that's a different headset.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's a different mind space.
but like I guess I do feel fulfilled. But there's also like this huge like anxiety that I feel before I perform. Like I
Yeah.
feel sick.
Even within acting.
Oh, acting more so because I think I'm such a bad actor.
Yeah.
I honestly, I sometimes I'm like, oh, I don't want. I go on set, and until I feel like really comfortable. That's why I sometimes struggle with short films because you only have 3 days or 4 days to nail it. With at least features, you can like with Boogieman, we were filming for like 2 months, and you first day of set, I always nail the first day, and then the second day I suddenly get into my head, and I'm not going to say which. There was an actor who was in the film with me that I'm not going to say names because I actually think they're a fantastic actor. They made me feel, whether it was purpose or not purpose, I was like a piece of shit for my processes of doing things. But the way I act, I don't need to like, personally, I don't break down like this is what the scene is like.
Or the uniting.
I'm not like a RADA actor. I'm not, that's just not in me. I just have to feel. If it feels right, it feels right. It's in my body. And maybe I'm wrong in that. Maybe I need to learn to unit.
No, but that's your method.
But I remember and I think that's what's been my trigger since. I was just made to feel like I've kind of sensed that were laughing at me rather than with me. And ever since then, I just sort of held that onto me, which is so stupid because actually, I think I have to do some nice bits. I've sort of held that on. I need to shake that off personally when I next walk into a room because it doesn't feed anyone.
Intrigued to know the personal mechanics of like having such a big budget. Like for me, that is a big budget compared to the lime green.
Yeah.
And how you maneuver, like let's say even a set of, I don't know, like 3 people versus
50.
50.
I love the 50.
And like, you guys shot a lot outside in like big spaces like Wembley. You guys shot in Central. You guys shot in like lots of spaces that like would require licensing and lots of people about.
Yeah.
Like first AD, second AD, 3 AD.
Yeah, I
whereas
love
the
it.
lime green is like a very intimate team experience. And how do you maneuver that then?
I'm a people person. I just love
Yeah.
people. I love people. My first film was obviously Patiala House, and I was 17, and I was just thrown. And Bollywood is a completely different ball game.
Yes.
So like so my first experience of film and television was whoa, huge sets, bazillions of people, and like so much fun. So like for me, it's just my rule is when I get on set is I get to know everyone who's there. So actually, it's actually easier with short films because you get to know like who the boom boy. I always call them boom boys. So it's boom. So I haven't met a boom girl yet. That'd be quite fun.
Oh, there's so many.
I've not met anyone yet.
Next project.
Yeah, God, I can't wait to meet a boom girl. But it's always like quite sexy boom girl with big arms.
Boom girl.
I love it, boom girl. But I get to like know everyone and say I always ask, what do you do here? What is your what are you doing on set? Like, what's your purpose? Like, I love it. I actually have more fun with everyone else than like when I have to. Oh, guys, we're going to take action now. I'm like, oh, do we have to do action? I'm having so much fun talking to everyone. So I love it. Small or big, I don't see it because it feels like the same. Even with a short film, you've got like 20 people around you, or 10 people around you. I feel like I don't really see the difference between small sets and big sets. I just see them as people having like, and I get so cheeky. I'm so cheeky on set.
I get that. Do you find the end product ever so vastly like shaping then the next project that you'll do? So for example, if you ever watch Boogieman, would that have shaped how you would have done technical things in Temple versus then in the lime green? Because what I'm trying to also get is you look at your way of acting.
Do you see a lot of change?
Yes.
Oh, you do?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't really. Okay, interesting. I
also think that the stories are different, but I feel there was a more of a freedom in Boogie and Patiala versus Lime. And that's nothing to do with the project itself. But you also live life.
Yeah.
You also go through things, but I'm just wondering if that impacts how you perform. And also like editing plays a massive part because the score is then added on. Yeah. Which is not there before. Like maybe when you were singing in the Lime Green shirt, that wasn't there being played.
I feel like that was my most authentic.
Yeah.
Was that. And also the scene when we're talking about like pain and like it's like obviously when we talk about like being a bit depressed, those are the scenes I felt most comfortable. Well, actually, funny enough, I think with the lime green shirt, I'm not going to say who said it, but someone said to me just before we took action, was like, by the way, you move your face a lot, so don't move it so much.
Probably the DOP. I would say that. It would have said that.
It wasn't the DOP.
It's either the first AD or the DOP.
I'm just saying it wasn't someone. It wasn't the DOP. And I remember that was on the first day of filming. This is before I even said anything. And I was like, oh. So then instantly, you can actually see if you watch Lime Green Shirt, I loosen up a little bit as the
Scenes
film goes
go on.
But I am really uptight in the first bit, which I'm meant to be a bit uptight anyway. But you can see that clearly, that someone saying that to me, move your face less, it threw me off.
Yeah.
So I was like, I'm going to be completely relaxed here. And actually, also, if my face, it just does what it does. That threw me off. That was the first thing someone said to me just before we went action. And I was like, so you probably noticed that. But yeah, no, where were we going with this question? Changing. But no, actually, every film I've ever done, every job I've ever done, except for commercials, I got the job because they spotted me.
Got it.
Boogieman.
Barry's.
Temple. Oh, I actually auditioned for Temple. Oh my god, no, I did get something for an audition. That was fun. I actually auditioned. I was actually in a toilet and I had to like audition in a cubicle. So it was on Zoom. I was like, I'm so sorry, I'm at work. And then Lime Green Shirt, they watched me perform an original song at Pride at the Palace. And I guess that's where you kind of got that from.
Nice. Is there a story that you would I love asking this. Is there a story or something that you would like to do that you haven't touched yet? And is there something that you have done that you would like to go back to?
There's a story I want to be in, and I've already messaged the owner of the rights to the book.
Okay, great. What genre of feel does it land in?
It's kind of a bit mythical. So, you know, A Song of Achilles?
Yeah.
I actually wrote a song called Song of Patroclus. I've got this deep connection with Patroclus. I can't explain it.
I was going to get you a dark chocolate donut as well.
I said Patroclus.
I thought you said chocolate.
Not chocolate.
Not the fuck. Yeah.
Sake. Patroclus, a character. Have you read Song of Achilles?
No.
You need to read it. It's the most beautiful book in the world.
Okay.
Obviously, it's quite simple.
Tell me how to live my life.
It's quite simple queer reading, but I love it. But I really relate to that character.
Yeah.
So much so that it's about Achilles and his love, Patroclus. And I actually love the story so much that I found out who got the rights to it. Then I emailed the rights, been like, if you ever turn this into a TV show or a film, please, can you see me for it?
Oh wow! Is it Reese Witherspoon? Because it's always.
I want Reese Witherspoon to do it. If Reese does it.
Because it's always Reese who gets the rights to the books because of her book club.
Because she's so smart. She can always.
I know. I think that's such a genius idea.
I love her. But yeah, that would be the story I want to tell. Like it's almost like a heroic love story.
No,
it's full of pain. It's got pain in it.
Yeah.
One plays this like strong. Achilles is this like strong. Yeah, he's a strong character. Patroclus
with the right shoulder.
Yeah. Patroclus is like this more emotionally intelligent character, but he's still at the end. Spoiler. I'm not going to give a spoiler, but let's just say he shows his strength in his own way.
Got it.
I really relate to that.
Got it. Through the power of music.
Because I don't have to say
obviously. Right, rapid questions. A tip of being financially savvy.
Oh my god, I'm terrible at this. Wait, is that the question?
Yeah.
Oh, so I thought it was going to be about financial savvy.
No, just quickly.
Start again.
A tip on being financially savvy.
Know your limits.
Nice. A great thing about being an artist in today's social, culture, and economic space, and a challenging thing about it.
The freedom to be who you want. The challenge is the judgment from the freedom.
Getting into the role, whether you're auditioning or you've booked the job, how to let go and separate yourself versus getting into it. A tip on that.
A tip. How to let go is, I use music personally, that's my trigger. So if you have to get into a certain space, have a song that allows you to let go and fall into that space. And what was the other one? How to get into it. Oh wait, no, that's get in. Sorry, that's how to get in.
Yeah.
And then to get out, you have to when they shout cut if you're sad, you need to laugh about it. You need to completely be able to break away from that character in a very quick hot second.
Got it. I think you would like for someone to take away with them, either having met you for a brief second or known you your entire life.
That you're a sparkly, warm person.
A thing your favorite thing about yourself as a creative or as a person, and something you feel like is a challenge but you're working on.
I'm completely bonkers.
That's a thing you love about yourself.
Yeah, and that's also a challenge.
Okay.
I'm completely bonkers. Some people don't get it.
I think you would like to impart on somebody but you never got told.
Oh, actually, this is I could put my quote in that I was thinking about. Okay. Often people think like the opposite of darkness is lightness, but actually darkness is just the absence of lightness. So you can always find some light in everyone. Do you You just got to shine a light on them. Shine a light on that darkness, and they'll be light too. It's not opposite. Shine a light like a diamond.
3 things the creative culture could do with or without, or just a thing.
They
Let's
could
do
do
one thing.
diversity.
Could do without.
No, no.
Too much fucking diversity. I'll tell you that.
So they could do with diversity.
Yeah.
And the do without is boxing people up.
Nice. 3 artists whose work you really admire or their journey and would suggest in checking out their work.
Oh God, Chapel Roan.
Chaperone.
My brain's gone blank now because I can't think. Oh God, Chapel Roan. Sigrid. I like Sigrid.
I'm thinking of Hedwig from
Not
Harry
Hedwig.
Potter. Sigrid. Just send these to me quickly. Just go on the next one.
Next
one.
Maggie, go on. The Last Dinner Party. I'm really enjoying
The
them right
Last Dinner Party.
now. I really like them right now.
Okay, cool. Words to your mirror self. If you went into that mirror right now, that's behind that curtain, what would you say to yourself?
You are special.
Sparkle.
You are
Sparkle. Sparkle.
If I'd say something, I was like, oh, can we up the lighting, please?
That's to me. Let's just move on to games. Okay, if you were a movie, what would the original title be? Go. First thing that comes into your head.
Crazy?
What would the song be? So 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Crazy in Love.
The original.
Crazy in Love Part 2.
Okay, sing it. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Crazy in Love. Okay. No, so Crazy. The song would be called Complicated.
And go.
Complicated boy.
It sounds more like a jingle.
That's quite sad.
Give me the IMDb logline.
What's an IMDb logline?
It explains it in 2 to 3 words what the film is about.
Just a small town boy finding his way through the big city.
Nice. Just a small town
boy
finding his
way through the city.
And the 3 actors that would star in it. Go.
Are they playing me?
Yeah. No, just in this film.
Oh, Reese Witherspoon.
The actors now, just come into it. Just say it. Just say it. Just say it. Just say it.
Daniel Radcliffe, because you spent on Harry Potter, and Emma Watson. Oh, God, because of Harry Potter. And let's just say Rupert as well.
If you were a drink, what drink would you be?
I'm an espresso martini.
Oh, nice.
I'm actually a bit of an old-fashioned.
I make a really nice... Same. But I make a really nice espresso martini using gin.
Ooh, I made it with coconut water during lockdown. So it's healthy. Actually, do you know what I had over... I just came back from France. It's a pear margarita. From France. A pear margarita. A spicy pear margarita. It's amazing.
Why do people put spice in their cocktails?
Because I'm an Indian boy.
Have you been to cricket?
Oh yeah, I love cricket.
They make like a shallot garam masala.
No, garam masala is
which is like... This is going to get edited out because I would like...
Oh, because you want free tickets to cricket?
No, I love cricket. I love their blue cheese naan.
I love blue cheese.
Same!
Oh my God. Actually, wait. Go back to the film. I'm going to call them blue cheese.
No, sorry. If you were a food, what cuisine and dish would you be? Go.
I'm going to have to say I'm Indian cuisine. No, I'm actually Mexican.
Say the first thing that comes into your head.
Mexican food.
And the dish would be?
Tacos.
Tacos. If you were a fruit, what fruit would you be? First thing.
Mango.
Dessert.
Tiramisu.
Color.
Brown.
Clothing item.
Oh, what colour? Green.
No, you said brown.
I think I know what the
No,
colour
you just
tiramisu.
said it. You said it. You said it. Clothing item.
I think I said what colour tiramisu
you said
is.
it.
Tiramisu's not going to be green.
Clothing item.
Pair of shorts.
Flower and plant and which type?
Pardon?
Flower or plant and which type?
I'm a flower.
And what flower would you be?
I'd be a geranium.
What would you rather, cookies or cake?
I don't like either. A cake from Cake Box.
Rich or fame?
Rich.
Win lots of awards or win lots of money?
Oh, fuck. I want to say money, but...
Netflix or Prime?
Netflix.
Fairy tales or mythological stories? And real life stories, which one?
Oh, always mythical.
Nice, me too. World peace or equality?
Ooh, equality. I don't believe that there's such a thing as world peace, but... Equality is doable. World peace will never be, I don't think.
Dogs or cats?
Dogs.
Raving it up at home or Netflix and chilling at home?
I want to Netflix and chills and we'll get drunk and then we'll go rave.
Improv or scripted?
Improv.
Theatre or film?
Film.
Big cookouts or intimate dinner parties?
Intimate dinner parties.
Fancy holiday or fancy flights?
Fancy holiday always.
Nice. This is called Style It Out. I feel like you're going to have great fun. So, there's some pens here. There's some pencils here. And there are...
So, style it up.
because you have such great fashion sense.
Thank you.
What I am going to do is give you 3 scenarios, and you're going to create an outfit according to those scenarios. However, they will be timed, as always, because we don't have enough time. So, your first scenario is, this is called Style It Out.
Do I do both or just one of them?
No, because I'm going to give you different scenarios.
Okay, sorry.
You can do, that's the front, that's the back.
Oh, I mean, they look the same.
No, it's not.
No, they're both the front.
Yeah,
Okay.
they're both the front.
So just do one person at a time.
Yeah, just do one person. All right, this is your first scenario outfit, okay? In 30 seconds, draw me an outfit you would wear to a holiday on Fiji whilst doing a TEDx talk labeled Voice with a Stylized Purpose. You can sing if you want.
So I'm just drawing, what I'm doing is I'm drawing like a lovely, I might as well describe
Yeah,
to listeners.
explain. Yeah, that's
I'm doing
great.
this, yeah, God. I'm doing this lovely sky blue shirt, short sleeved because it's hot outside, and then some lovely pastel yellow shorts. Oh wow, it's quite stunning actually.
Whilst you're delivering a TEDx talk.
Yeah, TEDx, you should be comfortable, shouldn't you?
Yeah.
I don't want to wear a suit, it doesn't blank. Then I'm going to put some lovely sandals on, and they're a bit like Tevas, but they're bright orange. And then I'm going to put like, let's tie the orange in, let's put some orange sunglasses in too. Oh, so chic. And then, just to throw you off curveball, I'll throw a little, no, actually this is quite fun. Yeah, that's what I was going to wear. Oh, this is quite chic.
Okay, do you want to show it to the camera? Nice.
It looks like a superhero, doesn't it?
Yeah, I know. All right, your second scenario is, you can get rid of that one. If you want to sign it at the end, I'll auction it off. Thank you so much. Have you learned how to do your signature now?
That was actually the
or
wrong
signing
signature.
autographs?
I do this normally. No.
Nice, cute. Have you had to practice that, or you just?
I don't think I've ever given this autograph in my entire life.
Well, today will be the first time. Oh my god. The second scenario is a night at the Savoy, but you're staying in the room, ordering room service, and spending it with a loved one. Now, the loved one can be of the 3. It can be Anjana Ben and Daddy J, or it can be a special someone like your ex at Barry's who you met in our instructor.
Okay, guys, I'm just drawing my lovely thing. So I've got this lovely dark green cashmere jumper. It's beautiful, actually. God, I want it now. Dark green cashmere jumper. Wow, it's quite stunning. I'm not much of a drawer, so bear with. And then I'm going to go with...
Staying in the room.
Yeah.
Room service.
Yeah, it's fine.
At the Savoy.
Yeah, and then I'm going to have these lovely linen blue shorts.
Cute.
They just kind of tie off my lovely cashmere jumper. And then obviously I always wear high white socks. Actually, no, let's go with pink socks. I'm just walking around in my pink socks. Cute.
Do you know how this section was going to go? I was going to ask you if you could film a new place, and then I was going to throw scenarios at you and just get you to run to your closet and style us outfits.
I can do that next season.
Okay, next season. There's no seasons to this.
Well, that's what you think. If you were seasoning, what seasoning would you go?
As in like...
No, how it feels.
No way. Seasoning as in like a season of the podcast or seasoning?
It's up to you how you hear it.
Oh, winter.
Really?
Yeah.
That's not what I was thinking either.
Yeah.
I was thinking season like cinnamon.
No. I'll be Panchpooran if that was.
What's Panchpooran?
It's 5 spice. It's Bengali.
Oh, I'm not a big fan of five spices generally. I feel like just pick one. And...
But do you cook?
Yeah, I love cooking.
Oh,
I just put a hat on this. I didn't mean to.
It's okay. Describe the outfit and describe who your loved one is and describe what you're ordering as room service at the Savoy whilst you show it to the camera and to the people who don't have the video to watch.
Sorry, this is actually... Ignore the pink hat.
Show the pink hat.
I don't
it.
I don't like hats. I did it by accident. So it's a cashmere jumper, lovely blue linen shorts and pink socks. I'm actually with a boy.
Boy.
Just because I think it's quite romantic and it's just like cuddling and we're watching a horror movie. Yeah.
Are you into horror films?
I love horror films.
Oh my god, I think people are fucked up for like watching your... What wrong with you?
I didn't claim that I'm not fucked up.
Nice. All right, your next... Oh, whoa.
That's quite beautiful.
Oh.
And there's fireworks are going off.
Oh, wow, because you're with a boy.
Yeah.
Yeah, in cuddling.
Oh god, no. I'm cuddling.
And that's why I like winter, because it's prime time cuddling season.
Yeah. I can cuddle all season.
Love cuddles. All right, your third one. You have been touring the world as a pop star.
Too late.
And now you are headlining at Glastonbury. And this is your opening outfit.
Oh.
And 3, 2, 1, go. Is that going to be how you start on stage?
Yeah.
Just doing a big glow.
I'm going to go with this lovely pink. So this piece is actually going to be like, you know the Loewe?
Luava.
No, that Loewe shirt, the sparkly blue one that everyone's always wearing.
No.
It's covered in sparkles.
Okay.
So it's like Loewe. I can give you a link to that over. But this whole piece is going to be in this lovely corally salmon colour, but gemstoned all over really subtly.
Yeah.
Just beautifully. That's all I have to do. It's all in one two-piece. I always wear two-piece.
Okay.
And I'm going to maybe go for a lime green, lime green sunglasses.
Nice. And you're barefoot, like...
No, I wear trainers. I don't want to have blue. It'll be white trainers. I just can't draw them.
You can draw them. Try it.
You haven't got white.
Oh, white. Sorry, yeah. What are you singing as your opening song? And how do you want your entrance to be?
So I'm going to start with what I always start all my gigs with, my one gig that I've done, where I'm telling the story about little birds.
Three little birds.
That's not how it goes. It goes, little birdie fly away. The story is basically about loneliness and birds, and then what I do is I sing it, and I make sure everyone is like, so I go, guys, I'm just gonna get you present. I'm gonna get you present in the moment of why we're here.
Yeah.
It's about the music, and let's start the journey together.
So you're going to start with a speech at your Glastonbury opening
No,
set?
it's not. So if you were at my first gig,
you didn't invite me.
So I start off and I'm like,
Are you starting on stage, off stage?
Off stage, and the song is quite like almost like quite birdy. It's like, ooh, I sing it, and then it's like that spotlight, and then as
Are you
basically
coming from the stage?
No, I'm actually walking down. It's really beautiful. I'm going to actually let off like butterflies in the audience. It's really stunning. White butterflies.
Just like open up.
No, not like RuPaul when they like have dead butterflies. And that's going to flow down. Everyone's going like, wow! And then in between the song, I sit and I go, guys, I wrote this song from them. I was like, let's just be present for a whole second. And then I finish the song, and then I goes 1, 2, 3, 4. Down the little rain. And then it gets a bit dancey, you know.
And then dancers come out, or you're just going to do a solo
Yeah, they come
show?
out. They're dressed as like ginormous sunflowers.
Love it.
And because I'm dressed like a flower here, it's gonna be like becomes a bit like vibes.
Very Katy Perry.
Yeah, I was thinking Katy Perry.
I love Katy Perry. Do we like Woman's World?
I don't like Woman's World.
There's a woman.
Don't you feel like it's a Gaga song?
I thought it was actually more of a RuPaul song.
I feel like it's a Gaga song.
But no, hey, I don't want to shit on. I don't want to shit on any of the artists.
I love Katy Perry.
I do love Katy Perry.
Catherine, we love you.
We love you, Catherine, but I don't think you're being authentic in that song. That's all I'm saying. Also, it's hard to have a song that's about women's worth, and obviously the whole like who produced it. It's kind of confusing for the audience because this audience are switched on. They know what they're talking about.
They do. All right. Thank you so much. Do you want to sign that as well? And let's quickly do our couple of last questions.
Oh my god, we're gonna be here all night.
In it, Dow.
Is it from here?
Yes.
Oh, I love it.
All right. This section is called What the Chai,
Okay.
which is a 30-second rant about anything or everything you want, but you must start or end your rant with "Stop it." With What the Chai.
I don't want to rant anything right
You have
now.
to rant about something. Everybody loves to rant about something. Apparently, you love to rant about people at Barry who
What am I ranting about?
you have apparently before. So
Oh,
you can
have I?
rant. Yeah. So you can rant now. What the Chai? Anything about life? In 3, 2, 1. This is Ankush.
What the Chai? I'm today going to be ranting about the gatekeeping of what is queer and what is like that world. Often there's some, I find like it's really sad saying like queer inclusive spaces are being shut down because what people are doing, they're hosting these big nights and they're like picking hotels because they want to seem bougie and no one can bloody afford any of these queer nights. And I go to a lot of them. I love it. I love a gay event, but I'm now having to spend like £30 per Saturday night just to enter the space which I'm meant to feel safe. When did inclusivity become exclusivity, and why is it always catered to the rich? I thought that was a good rant.
That was a great rant. Now to combat that, this is called joyfulness. What is one thing that makes you feel joyful, and what's one thing you do for others that makes them feel joyful?
The thing that makes me feel joyful is watching someone really like thrive in what makes them joyful. Like, what I love.
Says that with a cheeky wink.
I love it. I love watching someone just be so in what they're doing, like where they're meant to be. You know when someone like your friend is just doing what they should be doing?
You're breaking the fourth wall.
I just broke the fourth wall there. You know when your friend is just where they're meant to be?
Yeah.
Oh my god, it brings me so much joy.
And what's one thing you do for others to make them feel joyful?
I've actually done this. I often I'll help my friends facilitate getting them to that space.
Nice. Very nice.
Well, everyone, that brings us to the end of the episode, and I hope you enjoyed that. I'll put the information about the artist as well as anything else mentioned in the episode in the description, so make sure to check that out as well. Please make sure to comment, share, subscribe, and do all of those wonderful things. But I will leave you now as I always do, which is breathe in breathe out. Now must go, which means now I must go. That is copyrighted and I will sue. Until next time, stay curious.